everyone, and welcome back to our stream. Today is session 21. We've fully made it into the 20s. Look at that, guys. Our stream can now drink in the United States of America. As always, as most times I should say, I am joined by my four lovely players. I'm going to have them introduce themselves, starting with Feather.
Hello, I am Feather. I'm playing Throgyn. If Throgyn wasn't there last session, he was getting his wedding suit fitted. It's a wonderful wedding suit. I don't know if you'll see it. I don't know when you'll see it. But Throgyn is very excited. He's making special little things for his fiance.
Sunny K, who are you and who are you playing? May, who are you and who are you playing?
You cut off exactly at the name.
Yeah.
So it was
Incredible.
Who are you playing?
Who are you playing?
Dog, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, we should all answer at the same time.
Yes.
Oh no. All right, who are you playing?
Again, who?
Oh, I said no name that time, so you
May,
could do the bit.
May.
Well, I'll take it then. Hello. I am May. I play Fig, a half-orc cleric who's tried to solve problems academically, but now he might just have to fight, which yeah.
Some good old-fashioned fisticuffs.
Mm-hmm. That's big.
Rose, who are you and who are you playing?
Well, I'm Rose. I play Cam, who's a changeling druid. Currently still vibing as a changeling. I'm realizing I should probably change that, given that we're back on the material plane. We lost Throgyn to wedding shenanigans. And also, I bought Feywild food, and it's completely safe, but Fig is refusing to eat it. Not that Cam's aware, but everyone else is getting, cake later.
And last but not least, Sunny K, who are you and who are you playing?
Hello, my name is Sunny K, and I am playing as Yuka, the Witch of the Woods. She's a half-elf druid who's back home, but it doesn't quite feel like home. And she's about to do some confrontation work that she's wanted to do for a long time with some bandits who have, quite frankly, overstayed their welcome.
And with that, those are our four heroes, or I guess our four of these guys. Let us jump right back into our game. Where we all last left off, I've just now realized that my stream overlay has moved. Give me a minute, guys.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's Oh no. It's not being fixed right now. Oh no, okay. It's alright. Your portraits are cut off on the little roll thing, but it's fine. Where we last left off. Three of these four, everyone except for Throgyn, had just left the Feywild via the Department of Debts and had been spat out relatively close to where Yuka's old home was. Now, as a small reminder to my players, this is 5 years since you've last been on the material plane.
Fucked.
Not including whatever time has passed while you were just in the Feywild. Sunny K is having a breakdown. This is normal.
Listen. Sometimes you lay breadcrumbs for your DM, and they decide to go for a different loaf, and that's okay.
I see the breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbs have been picked up. They've just not been used yet.
I'm not gonna say what I want to say, but that's okay.
Fair. That's fair.
That's Dungeons and Dragons, baby.
Dungeons and Dragons. That said, you all arrive back on the material plane inside a forest. You stepped out from this tree that's been struck by lightning and fallen over to create a doorway. As you step back out, the three of you, managed to gather your bearings, just take a quick look around before last session ended. And now that you've had a little bit of a breather, you hear the portal behind you begin to crackle and fizzle with magic again, before a bird pops out. You see before you a kenku, oily black feathers, bright sort of yellowy beak, and he's got this like very large rucksack on him. Some bottles dangling off various edges, a small like book-sized wooden case near his hip. However, he's wearing something quite interesting. Feather, would you like to explain?
I have just gotten my suit fitted. I currently have I don't know the English names. I'm sorry. I have like a rock costume on with the tails. It's a kind of black that reminisces of the colors of oil spills and also of my feathers. The buttons on it are kind of brassy. I am not wearing any shirt underneath because I don't need it. Uh, I'm wearing pants and what were the things called?
Spats.
Spats. I'm wearing spats and pants and no shoes because that's not good. I have in my pocket two little things. They look exactly the same. They have a brassy tone that matches the buttons. I made two little flowery things for me and for my love because I thought she would not like having a flower there that can speak to her or is like a dead body. Um,
Cute.
Yeah, so you
I'm
see your
excited.
lovely fourth party member just sort of pop out in this very formal looking wear.
So the fitting went well then?
It went so well. Are you ready for my stag party?
As long as it's not in the Feywild, because I don't think I could handle that.
I also think I should drink somewhere else that doesn't give my soul to someone. Um,
Why are you inviting stags to your party? They are very aggressive and will not make for great guests,
stag party
especially
is
during this time of year.
stag party is an expression where you just invite your friends and a party before you get married. Um, with the added tradition of seeing who can get closest to a stag. It's fun. Dwarves do it all the time.
I can get very close to a stag, but this is your special day, and I do not want to make it about me.
I can
appreciate
be a
that.
stag.
Wonderful.
Let's see how
This is
close you
true.
can get to me.
This is true. We can. They can.
I attack you.
Okay, you win.
Wait, this isn't your stag night right now, right? You're like,
No,
That's-
no, we need to get drinks first.
It's very inadvisable to have your stag do tonight. Well,
yeah,
I
there's
will keep
we
that
have
in mind.
business
I
to
will
attend to
invite you
first.
all formally.
okay.
Oh.
Yeah, give me a time and date, Throgyn. That would be much appreciated. um. So if you're good, let's see. We're in the same. Yeah. Okay. Uh. I suppose. Lady Yuka, do you? I mean, I don't think anybody needs to do anything in town or otherwise. If we're gonna see if Jeremiah's at his I don't want to qualify it as a home, maybe home base, maybe? Is that accurate to what bandits call
It
their
is. It
place?
is a camp. For all
Camp,
intents and
okay.
purposes, it is a camp. It is intended to be nomadic,
Mhm.
but some have stayed for quite a long time and perhaps have not abided by that agreement which was set between them and the forest when they began setting down roots. So there is not much of commercial value there. If you have business to attend to of the monetary nature, you are going to have to go to Ironcliff, and that is some ways away in comparison to our distance from the camp at this time.
Right. Yep. And also, Cam, what did you want me to do with these? I'm carrying these. You bought and paid for them. I don't know if you want me to like
Yeah.
send down or.
I think you got the cookies that were meant for he, and the
Yeah,
cake that was
got it.
meant for Throgyn and Yuka and I.
Okay. Here, Throgyn, if you want to take that one.
Throgyn immediately eats it. Awesome. Yuka gets a 3 stuffed cake that I saw them wanting. And it's up to Yuka to do what they want with it.
She's just gonna put it in her pocket because she doesn't want to eat that shit. She'll give it to Steve. Wait, she doesn't have any. Wait, no, she has memory of Steve. She just doesn't dream of Steve dying.
Correct.
Yes.
You have, however, put a sugar-covered thing into your pocket. You will deal with this later.
That's fine.
Okay.
Listen, if her hand gets swarmed by bees, then so be it.
So be it?
So bees it.
So be it.
So bees it. I know what you were angling for there.
But yes. So you were not going back to Ironcliff. Did you want to stop by Yuka's house before you head over to the bandit camp? Or any other foresty locations? Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
I mean, let's see. If I get out our map again, I think we had a general idea of where the bandit camp was?
What
Maybe,
you know,
like
Fig,
over...
is I'm actually just going to switch you over to the map very quickly.
We're in the map.
Yes. I'm not on the
Just
map. There we
pause.
go. Okay. What you see is you guys are currently here on the map. The house that you guys were sent to on your first quest is right here. Yuka's camp is literally just like 10-minute walk from where you are currently. And then the dragons are up here. I realized you can't see where I'm pointing. The dragons are up here. And the bandit camp is like here-ish.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Yuka's super keen to go home right now, just because she doesn't want to infect the Lord Bestial or the Lady Verdant, and she also doesn't really want to see them right now unless they want to see her. So, if it's all the same to you, I'm down to start exploring the bandit camp. Or, I know that we also talked about going to the abandoned mansion to investigate this sword. What do you guys think?
I
I
think
think I need a new look. That's all I'm currently thinking about. So if anyone has any suggestions afterwards, I can probably think about places.
I mean,
You should. Mm-hmm.
Cam, if you remember Jeremiah and what his vibe was like, then like that might be a way in the future. That's it's up to you though. I know if it's what you're feeling like. That's
And copying Jeremiah, or just like look like a cousin?
like a cousin, yeah. But it's only if that's your vibe. I know it's.
But he looked so boring. No, I think he was described as like pretty plain bandit.
Yes, correct.
That's all.
I think he was ginger. I do not remember.
No, we had the ginger guard guy.
Ginger.
Right. Yes, of course. Yeah, he was just plain looking
yeah.
human bandit.
Yeah. So I know it's not sort of your vibe, Cam, but I mean maybe that's a later
Does anyone
thing.
have boring clothes? If anyone has any spare boring clothes, I'll become a boring guy. It's fine.
Do I just pull out like a pair of work pants? And... it's my excavation clothes.
I'll say that Big has excavation clothes, yeah.
Yuka has just a really old, massive bear skin that she's kept on her shoulders this whole time.
My god, how didn't you cook to that?
Yuka. Yuka.
I don't think I need the bear skin, but thanks.
She like shrugs, like, suit yourself, and like puts it back over her like a stole.
Okay, but then do I want to look tough or do I want to look smart? Because like that's give me inspiration. I don't know how to do boring guy.
Look neither. Look dumb and not tough.
Okay.
Try looking pathetic.
I don't like where this insinuation is going.
I like this. This is funny.
Sure.
Have you seen Heat?
I can't do the static. I've tried. The static is really hard to do. No, and
And
with that,
also-
Cam will become the most boring looking white dude ever.
I want you all to imagine that, like,
Turned into Vassal.
no.
Basil looks too smart.
I want you all to imagine you're playing a video game and you've just put every single slider to 50%.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy who's now standing in front of you.
Except like muscles. Muscles are at like 40%, just to look a slight bit less impressive than the typical person.
Incredible.
If there was ever a face you'd forget after seeing it,
It's this one.
it would be this one.
It's exactly this one. There are no distinguishing features.
Your
Man,
name's
roughly 32 to 40.
Mm-hmm. Wanted to tell Stormcrow, to me, my excavation clothes are like painting clothes, which are clothes that are to get dirty, but it's like more for on the dust side of things. Like I'm taking down some drywall.
Fantasy drywall.
Fantasy drywall.
So you go excavating in clothing that makes you look like you belong on HGTV for the American viewers. Incredible work. Absolutely fantastic.
Amazing.
Okay, but where are we going?
Where are you going?
I mean, here's the map. So if we want to get here, you didn't want to. I mean, I think we're a short distance from your place, or I mean, we could try to backtrack from the dragon statues because that's where they ran away, the bandits, from before. But
You just want to see the statues again.
It's been 5
You're a
years. They
fool.
might have changed. I want to know.
Hmm.
I don't. That's on me. That's on me. And it's about the same distance to the bandit camp, to the dragon statues. So I understand the bandit getting to Nathaniel.
Time is not kind to
I don't know who you're talking about, ma'am. So sorry.
time is not kind to creatures that
Right.
live.
Mhm.
So statues, monuments will outlive anything that draws breath. If you want to talk to the people who live, they should be priority one.
This is
The dead you can contact any time, but
mhm.
Who on this party has speak with the
but-
dead?
Yeah. I was
she,
like,
she
like,
did you
do I
did
speak
you
with
know
dead?
did you know things that aren't alive are dead? Crazy.
I was
What?
trying to remember if I can speak with dead yet. I can destroy undead, but I can't.
You'll
speak
know.
with dead
So,
yet.
dear viewer at home, you'll notice that some people on stream are feeling a little dead today.
Okay.
It should become quite obvious if it isn't already.
So, dearest party members, I'm going to have you taking multiple choice quiz if I don't get an answer on where you're going.
Go to the
I
bandit camp.
like going
Oh.
to
Let's
the
go.
dragons.
That's
Or the bandit camp. That's also fine.
I want to go to
We're
the bandit
walking-
camp. I want to.
we're
I
going
want
to
to
We're
see
bandit
this.
going to
camp.
get to the place.
Let's go bandit.
I want
Sure,
to see this
bandits.
punk ass Jeremiah and what he's done over time.
Jeremiah.
Because
That's
he's
his name.
important enough that the Fae know who he is.
Okay,
Got his name.
so here's the thing. You guys know a general area for the bandit camp, but you've never been to the bandit camp itself. So, I am going to need a group survival check to see if you guys can actually navigate towards the bandit camp. The way this is going to work is you can all add your survival bonus to a single d20 roll. So one roll for the whole table, add all of your bonuses together.
I have a question.
Yes.
Could I do nature instead of survival?
No.
Okay.
Sorry. Sorry, but this one does need to be survival.
Okay.
Who wants to roll the d20 then?
This is for the group?
This is for the group.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
should only roll the bonus. I have
Let's
a really
see.
bad...
Look, you can do /R 1d20 and then plus any number of pluses you want to have.
I have a +6 to survival, so I
have a
will.
+4.
I will volunteer to roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Fig, what's your plus?
Mine
Oh
+2.
no.
Plus
Oh,
2.
No.
So it's that +4 +2 Throgyn.
I didn't get a crit fail, did I?
Yeah.
No?
No. Well, actually,
Okay.
yeah. No, yeah, that
Okay,
No,
so
no.
Throgyn is
3 plus
-1.
3, so that's a 1 to start out with.
What?
Oh my god.
What do you mean?
Okay, so Yuka rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Is
then
that
had
a
a
1?
+3 +3.
Sure. This is
We
why I
get a-
fucking live!
Clip it.
Tell him there's a raccoon in my attic!
Stream, can you please clip it? So it's this +4, +2. Throgyn, what's your bonus again?
-1.
-1. That's gonna be an 18. Okay.
No,
is
it's not an
cruel.
18.
This is cruel and unusual.
What do you mean it's not an 18?
It's 12 because Yuka's roll already added Yuka 6.
Yes. Oh, I'm
Yuka
seeing an
rolled
old
one.
number. I see why I'm so confused. I'm seeing the Arcana roll is the last roll we had. Hello. Okay, yes, it's a yeah. Yeah, it's yeah. Wow.
13. No,
Hmm.
12. Sorry.
GG on that nat 1. Anyways, so with 13, you guys are going to head off into the forest.
And suddenly we end up at the statues.
You are able to vaguely, between the four of you, recognize that, okay, this direction here is north. So we're going to go like north-ish. But there's some tree, like there's really thick trees. There's like a stream that passes through, so you get thrown off a little bit. And the next thing you see is that you end up in a clearing. And this is a very, very large clearing, on the right side of which you can see a swath about 5 meters thick of completely barren ground.
Ooh.
Ground that has nothing that grows in it. Ground that, to the two druids in the party, feels incredibly, not toxic, but just gone. Like there's nothing living there, there's no seeds. Even if you were to throw something in there, you know that it wouldn't grow. And you see in this clearing 3.5 dragon statues.
Oh no.
You see a green one furthest from you. Actually, hang on, let me... I have maps for this. I have maps
You
that
have
I
the
can
maps
actually
from
do
the-
things. Look at this.
Me, I'm getting that.
You see,
They're getting their notes out!
closest to you, a purple statue. You see a white statue, a green statue, and then you see half of a red statue.
Oh.
You notice, while there is an aura around 3 of these statues, the 3 full ones, the red statue, the ground is still smoldering. It still shows evidence of being burned, but you no longer see ash in the air around it. All of you, as you are all magically attuned, feel that the magic of the statue is weakening. And crucially, that blue statue at the very, very left of this row no longer exists, nor does the lightning that used to arc around it. Look, I'm doing this on the fly. You're gonna have to accept the white square of doom.
It's good.
I have so many questions I, as a player from your last campaign, want to ask that are too meta. No! Oh! My girl!
Your girl?
She's fucking dead! I'm channeling our sister today.
Fair enough.
Also,
My Zune! It's fucking broken!
we were sort of plopped in. Did we start at the north of this map?
You were at the south of this map.
Okay, we're
Because
gonna go to the south.
the purple
of
one.
map.
Teleport
That's
you.
why I moved.
My person all the way to the bottom. There you
Oh,
go.
I've also realized that there's no Yuka on this map. Give me a second.
Could go.
There
Fucking
was,
stop moving!
the last person who was here was Vassal, so there's no Yuka. There we go. Yuka's now on the map.
Yeah, but just want to point out that Throgyn is absolutely gonna step in a circle and please step them.
I
would
am
not do
trying to
that.
watch Throgyn. I am trying to watch Throgyn.
I would not do that. I would like to throw in some dirt to both the red and to the blue. Like is the blue circle still there?
You notice that there's like an imprint in the grass where something really heavy used to sit, but the circle is not there anymore.
Can I throw some dirt into both the red and the blue?
Yeah. If you throw dirt into the blue one, you see that it just sort of falls to the ground. Nothing special happens. And when you throw dirt into the red one, you see that when it hits the ground, it does start like smoldering a little bit. Like it gains that same burnt color that the ground around the red one has, but it's not instantaneous. It definitely takes a while, like the last embers of a campfire. Very slowly actually catching and then burning.
Throgyn, wait.
There's something going on with the circles.
Yeah, but I need to write down whatever you do.
Oh yeah, I threw some dirt in and did very little. Very
Okay.
little happened.
Damn,
Which you
I
would
already
expect.
gave my my work clothes to Cam.
Hey Cam,
Cam,
you still have those
yeah.
little statues.
No, Fig has them. I can't carry shit. But Cam is gonna make one of like the broken red one just to note the damage.
Absolutely. As you're making the statue of the broken red one, you can see that actually, as you're making this broken red statue, you look down to work on your sculpture, and when you look back up, it's different. It's still only half a statue, but it's broken in a different place now.
Oh.
And you notice every time you look down to try and like capture how it breaks, when you look up again, it's broken slightly differently.
Like worse or just
Not
different?
never worse. It's always about 50%, just different. Like the first time, like the top half is missing, then like one of the wings and part of the back is missing, then like just the front half like vertically is missing.
Fig!
Yeah, Cam.
There's something wrong with the statue being broken. Look. And I just try and explain that.
That's I don't. What type of magic would?
Annoying magic. That's what kind of magic.
Yeah, probably. I'd definitely like to do an Arcana check to see if I can see if there's like a different magic that's interacting with these statues, especially the red one, and then if there's anything left over from the blue one.
Please give me an Arcana check. As you were
Would I be
doing that.
correct?
Oh, go ahead.
Would it be correct in remembering that the red one was fire?
Yes.
Okay. Great.
As you were doing that, I want to remind Sunny K that Yuka has never been here before. This is a place
Yeah.
that the Lord Verdant and Lady Bestial warned you. The Lord Bestial and the Lady Verdant warned you against going to.
Yeah.
Stay out of the circles.
Yeah. She's like I think she's drawn to the energy of the purple one just because it reminds her so much of he that she's like, it's not too far of a stretch, and I don't think it's metagaming too much to be like, oh, purple. I know
Purple.
a guy who's purple.
Yeah.
It feels bad. It's that
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah. It's that guy.
Like I think she's drawn to it, but in that kind of like, you know, that sensation where like something really horrible is happening in front of you and you can't stop but like slowly inch closer to it. Like it's almost like it's got a magnetic pull. So even though you have like no intention to interact, you're just like still there. The kind of like the car crash effect.
Makes sense.
I think she's drawn to it in a way that feels very alien and uncomfortable and unsafe, like in the animal way of just inching closer, almost like cats do before they bat fire.
I will say, Yuka, as you look at it, you notice that there are little like varmints just barely stepped inside the sort of pulsating purple energy sphere. You can never see the sphere unless you see something like float into it, at what point it almost seems to wither away in front of you.
Can I try to talk to any of them?
In a minute, Big.
Okay.
Big, with a 13, you are going to be able to look at this and you are going to be able to recognize that there is something interfering with the magic of this statue. That much you are sure of.
Yep.
However, as you look at it, don't feel it. Most of the time when you're looking at magic, when you're trying to just logic something out, you're at least able to see what it isn't. As you look at this, it's almost as if trying to look at it slips away from you like water through your fingers. Yuka, you wanted to speak to it.
Yeah, I want to try to talk to one of the critters that's on its way to going, but not quite there yet.
I'll say that there's a little, like, field mouse just scampering around nearby, but not towards it.
You. Why are you so close to this thing?
There is seed.
There are surely seed elsewhere.
Yes, but there are no hawks here.
Why do you think there is no hawk here?
I do not know.
Do you think perhaps there is something that even a hawk would fear?
Perhaps, but that is not a predator against me.
She looks like she looks straight at the nuclear bomb cylinder in front of her. The fucking elephant's foot. Be wary of the circle. Question why even a predator
Circle?
would not come to this place.
What circle?
She like points to the difference in where there is some growth versus where there is no growth. Do you see it?
Oh, is it a circle? It looks like a wall for me.
Would you consider crossing it?
Only for good reason. I do not see good reason.
I pray you never find one.
And it goes back to scurrying around. You as well. Run from what scares you.
Girl, I'm fucking trying. She's like points at why she's like close to the middle. Like that equidistant point between the tree line and here.
Fair enough.
Interesting.
Anyway.
Okay, well, I mean that counteracts the thing I was concerned about was that they were being drawn in there.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, the I will admit out of game that actually I'll admit in game as well. The creatures being there are more so my players don't walk into it like last time.
Thanks.
Mhm.
This did not happen in this campaign. This happened in a previous campaign.
Sorry, I'm just like, I still have that remove curse, and I
Good.
can do it on an object.
Yes, you can.
I might test out. I like rip one of the pages off of my notebook, and I like approach the red statue to see if like the imprint of where it's been burning, if it starts to like light if I cross it.
As you begin to push this paper inside the dome, it's not instantaneous. You know that the last time Throgyn threw rocks in here, it burned up instantly.
Yep.
At first, nothing happens. And then you see at the very far corner, the corner closest to the dragon statue, embers begin to dance around the corner of the paper. It erupts into an open flame, but it's very slow. It honestly behaves more like true fire than like magical fire.
Mm-hmm.
Cam, you hear footsteps off in the woods to your west.
I'm busy with a statue, but I'll see if I can spot anyone.
Looking, you don't see anyone. You are convinced you hear someone and that there was or is someone there.
I'm just gonna stay like within reaching distance of Fig, and like I'm gonna keep watching like the line of trees
Sure thing.
for the next time.
Sure thing.
Or can I? Do I have? I have an idea, but I don't think I have the spell to do the idea. I do not. That's okay.
May is gonna tell everybody else here that unless one of you drags Fig away from these statues,
Why do
he's
you think
gonna
I'm within
forget
grabbing
about
distance?
forget about Jeremiah and abandoned camp like entirely.
Is Fig like mid scribble right now, or is he just like transfixed on a statue?
Fig is contemplating whether he's going to go up and try to remove a curse on one of these statues.
Okay. He just feels
I'm
a
getting
big
burned to a crisp.
he just feels
as
a
I do
big
so.
broad hand on his shoulder.
You're all the way to the purple one.
I'm walking closer to him.
Then
Yeah,
the
I'm just like,
what the like? Do I have to like add a combat movement? Like, what am I doing here?
you can just move yourself around,
I'm
my
moving
dearest
there.
player.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm more designed for theater of the mind, boys.
Love you, Sunny K.
I love you too.
see,
Okay, now I'm there. So I have credibility and deniability.
That's true.
anyway, Fig's been like brushing his hand through the fire to see like if it like lights his hand on, like you pass your hand through.
As you pass your hand through, are you passing your hand through quickly or are you leaving it to linger?
Like a slow, like if I can feel the heat.
Okay. For the first couple of seconds, you feel nothing. The longer your hand is in there, Fig, your mother, being a very traditional Catholic woman,
Yes.
she would always measure cooking times by praying. There were a couple of prayers that she would say, and based on how many times she could say it before she needed to take her hand out, she would know how hot her oven was. As you push your hand through here, you can tell that it's not burning you right away, but it is working very, very quickly. You have only about 1.5 of those prayers before you would need to pull your hand out.
I mean, that's not terrible. That's like a good 5-8 seconds. It's like Fig's like, I could probably run that.
I mean, it's not a big circle. It's only 20 foot across.
It's hot
Yeah.
coals.
Yeah,
You'd be walking on hot coals.
that's a different issue. I really want to do this.
I want to see you try. I want to see it
Who am
happen.
If
to
anybody
stop you,
does-
Jeff?
if
I do
any-
not
yeah,
want to get my wedding suit dirty, but I will.
if anybody tries to physically stop me, they can try, but I will be like, okay, I'm like putting down like my bag. I'm like getting rid
I
of like
stop
anything.
you.
Fig.
Huh?
Fig.
No?
Fig.
Sorry. Yes, lady Yuka. What?
What are you
I'd-
about to do?
I'd like to. There's a foreign
Answer
body.
the question plainly.
I'd like to try to remove the curse on that.
You could die.
If you burn alive, what would you have us do?
Publish my works at the capital.
She just looks at Throgyn. Do you know how to do that?
No, I don't. I've never been to school.
She looks at Cam. Do you know how to do that?
I know people who might be able to figure out how to do
No,
it.
no, you don't.
Fig, you're going to have to stay alive.
Yeah.
I am not
The
going to
people
pull.
steal your papers.
I am not going to pull you out of there. This is
That's
a
not fair.
blasphemous and this is a blasphemous and horrible place. And I will not stop you from doing that which is your free will. And ultimately doesn't hurt that which I am charged to protect.
If you
So-
want to do
Continue, sorry.
if you want to do experimentation, you have not done enough experimentation to know if you will survive this.
So send one of us
don't do
in.
it. Don't do it. No, stop.
Yeah, no.
Fig. Jeff
Yes.
I put a
Malstare,
hand over Cam's mouth.
Mhm.
are you prepared to die?
No.
Question mark.
Why would you?
I would
die?
reconsider.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
DM?
Yeah.
while people
Fig is
are
reconsidering.
arguing,
Mhm.
and with Cam just throwing in comments based on like the thing they heard best, can I just roll a perception check on like the forest?
Yeah, of course.
Because I'm feeling like we're gonna get snuck up on if I get distracted too much from the forest.
Yeah, go ahead. Fig, you hear in the back of your brain a very deep, gravelly voice that you have heard before. Why would you die?
That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, I will ask the DM to see if, like, not on the main body of the statue, but if there's, like, a closer piece of it broken off that's, like, within, like, a long reach.
Dealing with Cam's perception roll first. You have not heard any further noises from the forest, which means whatever is in there is either stood still or has left.
Okay.
With a 13, you're not able to tell which. Fig. There's nothing that you could reach from where you are right now.
Yeah.
However, the wing of the dragon, these wings being basically furled upwards and outwards, if you found a way to move vertically about 30 or 35 foot, would be within a long reach in. Otherwise, you would have to step fully into the circle.
Oh, I'm fine stepping in. It'd just be, like, one step instead of, like, 3.
It'd be like, I'd call it 5 foot of movement you would need to move in.
Mm-hmm. Because that's the square, yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be like 2 big steppies.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you go vertical.
Yep.
And I do want to remind you, these statues tower over all of you. These are easily 30 foot high, if not more with the wingspan.
I'm looking at my other spells.
You hear the hissing and the crackling of the acid dragon next to you.
I have a question for you, Vig.
Yeah, Throgyn?
No one can stop you. I feel like Yuka, please stop him. If no one can stop you, I may have something that, like, I could make you big. I can make you really big.
Yeah.
Would that be safer?
I mean, yeah, then it'd probably be a less of a, I don't know, sort of full body.
It'd be fewer
enrollment
steps
just an
in.
Arm. Yeah, fewer steps in.
You can stop him. Wait, I could also do
He is a
levitate.
grown man capable of lighting himself on fire if he so wishes.
Okay.
I would like it if he did not, because I have grown to care for him some. Looks at him, makes direct eye contact with him as she says this.
Okay, this is.
But I am not your mother. I am not your keeper, and I am certainly not the person who is going to follow you and retrieve you as you are screaming because you have immolated yourself.
Not your monkey, not your circus.
So Throgyn's gonna embiggen me. I'm gonna cast a death ward on myself.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna go in to try to remove curse.
I can also levitate you.
I will see what. Maybe just big first.
Or I could blast fire at the statue. Then maybe we don't even need to get
there. We're not gonna do that.
It feels like it would like fire. I think it would like fire.
No, we're not gonna do that.
Okay.
All right.
So would you prefer levitate or would you prefer big?
Hey DM, which would get me closer.
Big will get you closer. Levitate would prevent the need for you to step on the ground.
I want to step on the ground. I'll just do big.
Do big.
Okay.
So Fig, you are going to, I assume, have Enlarge Reduce cast on you. Which will increase your effective size by 1, so you'll become a large creature. This is about a 10 foot by 10 foot square. Congratulations. I'm not changing your size on the map because I don't know how to do that.
Got it.
And this will last for either, I think, a minute or until Throgyn stops concentrating. If I'm remembering the spell correctly, Throgyn, you may correct me.
It's a concentration spell. Yeah, or up to a minute.
Perfect. And then you're going to cast Death Ward. Can you remind me what Death Ward does, May?
I believe I just put it in the thing, but it's
beautiful.
A touch on a creature. It's a somatic and verbal component, so it's not concentration or anything. And then remove curse is the same, where I have to touch.
If you would drop to 0 hit points, you instead drop to 1 hit point. Perfect. And if you would be dropped to 0 instantly, it's instead negated. Perfect. Cool. Cool. Now, May, I'm going to let you take this away a little bit. Describe to me what happens.
Let's go.
So, I feel, I'm just like, I feel like I'm ballooning upward a little bit. I go back into my character sheet to see how tall I am currently.
Very.
I did write that down. I'm 6'4" currently. I don't know what centimeters that is for my non-US.
2 meters something.
2 meters.
About 2 meters. So I like basically balloon up to being like 4 meters, and I'm just like, oh my god, I can see so much more detail. I pause for a moment, sort of like get used to balancing on much taller and bigger legs. And then it's the for the death ward thing, it is the I'm concentrating. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. And then it's on myself. Little prayer for that. That's like more myself thing, so it's like I can rub my oh my god, why am I forgetting terms? I'm not a religious person.
Your sensor?
Sensor.
Yeah.
A little bit at the end of that, just being like, okay, you're gonna help me not die. You're gonna help me not die. Okay.
Of course.
It's not out loud. That's in.
You hear back in your head, of course.
Yep. And then it's the remove everything that's not fire. Remove everything that's not fire magic. Let's remove everything that's not the draconic fire magic. And then it's the one big step forward with one hand on the sensor, and then to touch one hand to the statue. So I'll move. Can I move him? Move him?
Oh,
Come
I
on.
think you can.
Can I? I did it before. I just dragged.
Yeah,
There
just
you go.
drag. There you go.
There you go. So it's a one big step from sensor up, and then
Big.
remove curse.
As you touch the dragon statue, you feel this energy, this power flow almost as if you've drawn it out of the sensor like smoke. You feel it just sort of collecting in the palm of your hand a little bit before you make contact with the dragon statue. And you feel this smoke in your hand begin to dissipate both around the statue, but also inside of it. And you watch, Fig, as almost in front of your eyes, new stone begins to uncrumble from the statue. It's building itself back up, particle by particle, dust by dust, chunk by chunk, until, standing in front of you all, there is a whole red dragon statue. Fig, underneath your hand, it is warm. The moment you touched it, it was warm. It was not burning you yet, but it was like grabbing a mug of tea when the walls are too thin. After a few seconds, you feel it almost burning hot on your hand. And by the time the statue is fully rebuilt, it is too hot to touch anymore.
Yep.
A consistent DM would make you roll a Constitution save. You do not need to. However, Fig,
Yes.
Yep.
You feel as the air around you gets burning hot. Where it was previously a prayer and a half, it's now much, much less. What are you doing?
I'm literally like trying to tip backwards and like roll out.
If you want to roll, you can give me a dexterity check with advantage. Or dex save, I should specify.
Yeah, it'd be a dex save. It's more the I'm trying to get out as fast as possible, which means I'm like a sideways roll, so I don't actually have to like I'm getting like my upper body out as fast as possible. Dex save, wonderful. Okay, we're good. Hopefully.
Big. You tip sideways. You manage to realize where your friends are standing and tip in a direction that you will not land on them.
Thanks.
I didn't really consider that anyway.
I know you didn't. As you roll your feet out, as they are off the ground, your friends realize the soles of your shoes have melted.
Ew.
Jesus, Fig.
Fig, you stand up. And you realize there is not a single burn mark on your skin.
Mm.
Your clothes, while singed, while smoldering, are not burning and are not structurally destroyed. It seems the only injury, heavy air quotes, you sustained are your melted shoes and a small bruise where your shoulder contacted the ground.
I like these shoes.
I can try to mend them for you.
There is one other change to you, Fig.
Mm-hmm.
Your palm, where you had touched the statue, now shows a stylized design of a double-headed battle axe.
You got a
With-
labrist now.
with a dog's head behind it.
Mm-hmm.
That's sick.
Very
That's so
cool.
sick.
And Fig is just gonna do like a full-on like history check to see if he can recognize this like sigil.
Absolutely.
While
I'm also
he's
gonna
doing this,
give-
he's probably like, gathering his stuff that he dropped on the ground.
It's very small in your hands right now, Fig.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is, Cam,
Yes.
something is different about Fig.
Yeah.
On his forehead, vertically, there appears to
Yeah.
be an eye. It shimmers gold. You would consider it blind, but for some reason, you think it sees. And you think it sees more than anyone else here.
Why Fig?
Hey, the mistress said to be assertive and to actually do stuff.
Dog woman told you to do a thing, so you immediately got the courage.
I cannot stress this to you enough. You cannot change yourself for a woman. It won't work.
But it is working!
Man refuses everything he gets from anyone in the Feywild as he's a dragon.
Fig, with a 13 on history, you would recognize
Yep.
the double-headed battle axe as a symbol of an old dwarvish legend. In legend, it's actually the origin of the name Morogue. Morogue being first a name given to a historical miner. Someone so powerful that a single swing of his axe would clear tunnels. Tunnels deep enough that, precious stones and ores could be pulled out easily. You would know that this miner had a companion, a very loyal companion, a very large dog, some sort of like breed that looked more wolf than dog. Massive, oversized, just like this dwarf was purported to be. A loyal companion that would never leave his side. The stories about this legend always state that he towered over people, always state that his strength could rend whatever he wanted into whatever shape he wanted. But more than anything, he was gentle. He took no joy in destroying things. He only ever did it to build new. He would only mine stone in order to build a house. He would only cut down trees in order to warm a family. And one day, he vanished. Out of nowhere, never to be seen again.
Fig's like, hey, Throgyn, can I be small again? I need to be able to hold my pens.
I get distracted.
The concentration falls. You're small again.
Wonderful. I basically write down like my new theories of a dragon man or a dwarvish man vanishing into dragon legend. It's going to be like a new part of my thesis. I've got to write another like 15 pages and research like at least like 4 different oral or written records of this myth. So I've got my new work cut out for me.
Can I roll another perception check on the forest?
Go ahead.
I have a question, TM.
Yeah.
Would we be able to recognize, if Fig shows us this symbol, would we be able to recognize this as the same axe and the statues from the public buildings in Ironcliff?
Yes, you would. You absolutely
Perfect.
would.
Thank you.
And if you see it, Cam and Throgyn would also fully recognize this myth as well. The myth of Morogue. One of you may even know that the dog's name was Boof.
In the statue, is the dog big or small?
Big. Not... The dog is normal sized compared to Morogue, but
Okay.
that meant that it was very large in comparison to any other dog.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Cam, with a 15, you once again hear nothing from the forest. You do, however, spot what looks almost like a piece of cloth that had been left on a bush.
I will say now Fig is going over to where the blue statue was.
Mhm.
Is it just like vanished?
It's
or
just
is it like
gone. There's
Okay.
there's an indent in the ground where it used to stand, where
Mhm.
Cam would especially be able to tell that the earth beneath it had been compacted over centuries, but it's just gone.
I'm gonna do another Arcana check,
Yeah,
specifically
absolutely.
if there are any remnants
Absolutely.
of magic here.
Does the eye on Fig's head, am I the only one noticing? And does it stay?
You are the only one noticing, and it does look like it stays.
Can I
Okay.
do a medicine check on Fig just to make sure that he's like good?
Yeah, go ahead.
Fig, can I mend your shoes?
Oh, yeah, sure. That'd be great.
Nice, I
I'm
fixed-
not focused on that at all.
I
Fix
fixed your
his
shoes.
shoes. Okay, so it was a 17 with Arcana. That was an 11 with Medicine.
Mm.
Excuse me. So
No,
with
it was not a 17 with Arcana. It was a
7.
Check. My bad. So it's a 7 with Arcana. Fig, looking around, you don't see any remnants of any magic. However, you also know that with the previous statue, you didn't feel any remnants of magic with the half statue that was missing either. So just because there's nothing there, you're not confident that just because you don't see anything doesn't mean you're confident that there's nothing there. With an 11 on Arcana, Yuka, you're able to tell that Fig is, for all intents and purposes...
Medicine.
Yes, Medicine. With an 11 on Medicine, you're able to tell that for all intents and purposes, Fig is uninjured. There's no burns, there's no nothing like that. However, you are acutely aware that something has changed. You just don't know what.
Arcana? Is that allowed?
You could roll Arcana if you want to.
I would love to roll Arcana. I'm shamelessly observing this man.
Fig, you are being put under a microscope.
21.
Yeah. It's like, I can't glean anything here. I need more knowledge about, like, lightning magic. I don't know. I need to go back and talk to some people. So I, like, step back. I sort of collect myself. Throgyn, are you done with your boots?
Yep.
As you turn around, Fig, there is a woman stood right in front of you.
Hello, Yuka.
She's like boring into his soul with that with all the intensity. Hold on, hang on. There. Now on the battlefield, she is exactly where he is. Just
Is did you need something?
What happened? You are different now.
Yuka.
I-
And Fig. When Yuka says, "What happened? You are different now." Fig, you feel yourself being... Fig, you've had out-of-body experiences before.
Mhm.
This is the same yet different. Instead of your spirit being pulled out of you so you can view your body from the outside, this time it feels as if you are being sucked in. Your mind is pulled away from your skin internally. You begin disappearing within yourself. And you see, all of a sudden, a small glimmer. Yuka,
Hmm.
what you see with a 21 is you see that there is something about Fig that is different. Almost as if hovering behind his head is a just glimmering disc of light.
Oh no, he's got a halo.
And then it fades. Not gone, just lessened. Whatever is there, he may not believe it yet. Fig,
I
you see
Discord
this
noise.
glimmer. And as you reach your mind out to it, just before you manage to grab it, you're back in your body. Cam, you would see the eye flash, just shine briefly, as Fig comes back to himself.
Hmm.
Sorry, that was a little odd. Did you need something, Yuka?
Feather just put in the chat. Oh no, he's Catholic. Oh, it got me! It got
Oh!
me! Ah!
Yes, I am basing this off of the illuminated manuscript halos because I think it's a cool little, like, artistic rendition of divinity. Sue me!
I have a question for you. What kind of halo is it? Is it a cruciform?
I don't know the difference.
Of course you don't.
Hey, look, guys, it's a blue dragon. It's where we're finished too.
Pog.
The reason why the blue dragon statue is not there is because it's actually in May's house, so actually she's fine. Nothing happened to her, she's not injured, she's fine. She's okay. May is protecting her.
Wait, sorry, I have to.
Did I...
There we go.
Does Yuka clock that as angelic at all, or celestial, or anything? Like, can I
No,
roll
Yuka
religion
deals
for
with
this?
primal deities. Yeah, you can roll me religion.
It feels primal to Hades.
No, primordial.
Primal deities.
Yeah,
Primal deities.
I read books.
I know you read
Sometimes.
books. Roll me
Occasionally.
religion.
17.
17. I think with a 17 you would definitely be able to clock that. Oh, this is weird. This is vaguely religious. I don't. Oh, okay, hi.
Immortal life in the kingdom of heaven. Ugh.
Sorry, what? What? That's. Are you... So you don't need anything.
Are you ready for me to tell you truths fundamental to your deity?
I mean, I'd like to do that myself if that's all right with you.
If
I
you
think
do
that's
it
sort of
yourself, it will never be done.
No, it will be done. I just
On earth
this
as it is
isn't
in heaven.
really the time and place.
All right. I'm gonna ask you to chill, Sunny K.
Cam's just gonna like write a note about the eye and it flashing when Fig came back because Cam absolutely is gonna forget. And also then keeps watching the forest because Cam don't watch the forest.
Who are you
Again, there's
sending
just
this
that
note
one
to?
scrap of fabric. You don't see anything else.
No, but that's suspicious.
Can
Fair
I
enough.
try to roll another survival check to figure out where the fuck the bandit camp is?
Yeah, you can roll me a survival check.
Thanks.
Yeah. It's sort of like I think I can't do anything more here. So we should
For fuck's sake.
Jeremiah, right? We should I forgot his name again. Jeremiah. We should go find Jeremiah. Sorry guys. I got sidetracked a little bit.
Yuka, it has to be somewhere west. However, that's quite literally the entire forest.
She looks at this place, she looks back at the tree line, and she's like, I fucking hate it here. And then she just walks to the tree line. She's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go until I find a small critter that can tell me where the fuck to go.
I
Bye!
see
I run after
you
you.
doing an abrupt 180 and just walking to the forest. And I'm like, wait, what? Oh, okay, so we're going. And then I
Nah,
walk after.
fuck it.
Yeah, you don't want to mess around with the blue statue?
No, I need more information on blue magic. I knew fire magic pretty well.
Okay.
Lightning's not my
Stop
forte.
running around.
I, Sunny K, really want to know what the hell happened, but Yuka doesn't give two shits. Yuka doesn't care. She hates this place. This place is blasphemous.
Well, with that,
Hell yeah, it is.
my dearest, I need to pause that game before you guys run. My dearest lovely players, you head off into the forest again. Fig, you feel a little bit more real. Not real. You feel a little bit more here than before. You're walking just a little bit bigger, shoulders a bit more back, chest a bit more out. To the rest of you, you would recognize this. You would see that whatever happened to Fig, he's a bit more confident in himself, but you're not sure why. And Cam, you would see one other thing. Coming from Fig's hands, from his fingers, are tiny little gossamer threads. You would see as Fig walks, just by proxy of him moving his arms, these threads connect to some of the ferns, and they pull these ferns out of Fig's way, making his journey through the forest just a tad bit easier than all of yours.
Oh no. The forest playing favorites. And it's
Not
good
even
at
with
this time.
Yuka.
Yeah.
As you continue walking, continue
My
walking
feelings aren't hurt.
west. Cam, you see some more of these fabric scraps. Never super close to each other, but also too regular to be random. Yuka, I believe you have an 18 passive perception. You would see this as well. Anything 17 or below does not see it.
Okay.
I'm just following Yuka. I don't know why we're going in this direction. We're going.
She's just going until something tells her where to go, because she doesn't know this place so well.
Cam's just grumbling about not being able to be an owl. Because being an owl would mean I could look every direction and hear really fucking well.
Well, Cam, you would actually know that rabbits can look almost 360 degrees at any given time.
I am gonna just... Am I gonna ask, or is Cam just gonna do?
Up to Cam.
Cam's just gonna become a bunny and then, like, run past Fig, look at Fig, go, up.
Fig, there is a bunny clambering at your ankles. It's slightly purple.
It's one of the... Yeah, but, like, the kind of white that's just slightly purple.
Is
Like
this
eerily. Yeah, I think
Lady?
it
Is
is.
this Cam? Is it Cam or is this a bunny? Who's one of your...
I think it's both.
It's purple.
I'm
Oh.
mostly white.
Sorry. I'm wondering if Fig is not colorblind. Anyway.
That's funny. You've been-
Sorry, I made a creative choice for Cam, and that's not very fair. What color is Cam as a rabbit?
Oh, Cam is currently the most boring looking human white boy. So
Yeah, so
the bunny is like very white, but like the slightly purple white.
So you just look like a best in show, like domestic breed bunny loose in the
Yeah.
woods.
Like a
Nope.
circus bunny.
Cam, you've been picked up.
Might pull out of his hat.
Yeah.
That is not
Yeah.
a wild animal, Fig. Fig, do you know
Okay.
what wild animals look like?
No, not really. They don't come near me. I'm usually too big and too unwieldy.
That should have been a clue.
That's even
But yes,
more-
Cam's just gonna keep active watch as a jumpy fucking rabbit. This is a great idea.
This is normal. This is normal for tieflings.
Can I scoop? Can I scoop them?
I'm not a tiefling. I'm a boring white boy.
Oh,
I just scoop them.
here. out
And then
of
I let them
my
go.
arms. Oh,
You just get one of the bunny.
You can bite Yuka in her ankle if you want.
I'm not gonna bite Yuka in the
Whatever.
ankle. Yuka is scary. I'm gonna ask Fig for up. No, Throgyn for up because Fig apparently gave me away.
I put you on top of my hat.
Yes.
You can see every single direction.
Yay.
Except for
Are
like
you
directly in front of you.
overstimulated now?
And because I'm like doing the bird walk where you always keep your head steady, you don't even have to worry.
It's just a smooth glide forward. That's awesome.
Yes, yes.
Are we in the right direction?
Yeah. Yeah.
eh.
We're going west.
Yeah.
Is there an
Yeah.
animal?
Yeah.
Let's...
Yeah, there's a rabbit.
No. No. No.
You guys can give me another group survival check if you want.
Do I need to give my -1?
Yes, that's what makes it a group check. I'm sorry, Throgyn.
Do I get
Oh,
to
I
roll
think
with me
that's
stats
west
or with
over
rabbit
there.
stats?
You keep your mental stats when you wild shape, so you would need to give your like normal survival.
Oh, great.
So
So
I
it's
roll this
who's-
time?
I'm rolling.
Who's rolling
it's-
well today?
No, I'm just rolling because then I can automatically correct for the numbers because you can do just the normal one.
This
What
is
is
true.
Where is it? So it's +6, +4, +2, -1, so +11.
Mhm.
Incredible.
I really think we should climb into a tree and see if we can see anything.
20
from there.
total.
Oh, thank God.
Cam. With
Rose, thank you.
with your new massive view, you recognize that these scraps of fabric are heading in the exact these scraps of fabric are heading in the exact direction you want.
Werewolf orgy.
What?
Question mark?
Because they're
Who's
closing.
losing clothes this?
They're losing
yeah.
clothes as they go. Feather fucking
Oh.
gets me.
The DM is too tired for this. Uh,
I hope my
But
new
there's just
suit's
got that
not getting
mindset.
ripped up like that.
you could just mend it if it is.
Yeah,
The mistress will know, but you can.
infinite fabric glitch.
I hear if you crouch jump next to the dragon statues, you can glitch through the world. As you continue, you recognize that these fabric scraps are leading in the exact direction you want to go. And you can see footprints in the ground. Humanoid, medium-sized, though you're not able to get any more specific than that as they are wearing shoes.
Boring.
Eventually, your ears perk up and you sit up a little bit straighter on Throgyn's head, letting off a slight warning cry, which Yuka you would immediately recognize. You are able to bring the group to a halt. You know that roughly 35 feet in front of you, there is a clearing. You would suspect that this is where a camp could be located if there was one here. You all certainly hear the sounds of life.
We'll go first.
Should we just ask for Jeremiah? Is that... Yeah?
I think Yuka's just gonna walk in, because they should know who she is.
How would they know who you are? Would it be a positive or a negative interaction?
So there were some bandits who were initially very, like... Well, they were the ones that knocked me to 0 HP in our first session, so they probably have mixed reviews somewhere in the camp. If Jeremiah remembers us, then he knows this lady's kind of scary. If there are other bandits who are like lower level and aren't quite as aggressive as the people we encountered at the mansion, then they're probably like, oh, I've seen that lady around. She goes fishing naked in the river and comes back with bloody salmon in her bare teeth.
What you are all going to see is, as I am just going to very quickly organize a map for you all, which means the cameras are going to disappear from stream.
Can someone please remind me how to become a bunny in like the thing?
On the
So
map.
you go to... Oh, where is it? I think it's the polymorpher function.
It is the polymorpher
Yeah, but
function, yes.
where's the polymorpher function again?
The top
So
right
right
of
at the
your
top of your
sheet.
character sheet, yeah, next to where you would click out of your character sheet when you open it up, there are those like horizontal 3 circles that say other options. You click on that, you click on
Oh,
polymorpher, it
yes,
should give you a list of
thank
all sources, and then you can just open the list until you find the bunny you want.
The perfect bunny. Oh, nodding.
You
Bunny?
all, or Yuka, I should specify.
I don't
Yuka
think they're-
breaks out of the tree line into a clearing. This clearing has buildings in it. There are tents, but there are also at least one. There's also a building that has been built out of wood, out of stone. You see that it's very clearly not rudimentary, but not made by a professional.
Mm-hmm.
It's watertight, it's windproof, but it's not like ornate or anything like that. You see that there's a fire pit around which a couple of bandits sit. One of them human, one of them elvish.
Adorable.
You see dogs, big mastiffs, large spiked collars around their neck,
Oh,
patrolling. Some roam the north end of the camp, some the south. Others sit next to the men.
Throgyn,
Yuka.
just...
Oh, go ahead.
Yuka's doing it. I'm just gonna... As an aside, Throgyn, okay, remember you were friendly with Jeremiah before, so don't tell him that you're getting married.
Yes. Good idea. Good idea. Smart.
We'll leave that for later.
Yeah.
Yuka. You feel a hand on your shoulder. Not aggressive, just briefly asking you to hesitate.
Oh. Can I tell who it is?
Looking out the corner of your eye, you see no one there.
Daddy.
And you hear in Elvish, very broken, heavily accented with common. Wait a moment before they see you.
She'll take a step back.
In doing so, you feel yourself disappear back into the thicket, back into the underbrush.
Mm-hmm.
You four would see at this point you could step back. And after about a minute, you see somebody slowly having an illusion melt off of them. Where previously there had been nobody, you begin to see tufts of like dark brown hair, almost black hair, slowly melting away into a face, sun splotched with wrinkles, now having a scar over the left eye. Wearing relatively plain clothes, yet a wolf pelt, or a pelt of some grayish beastie over their shoulders. And as this person continues to come into view, you see Jeremiah, roughly a decade older. You see he's carrying a sword, much larger than the one you saw him with last. And while his clothing is still very eclectic, very clear it's come from multiple sources, it's well cared for. And it looks like what it was originally was fairly expensive. Not royalty by any means, but merchant's clothes. You're all right, all of you.
He touched me and now he's sick again. No. I'm sorry.
For what? For coming here?
You've touched me. And now you may find yourself unwell again.
I do not believe you need to worry about that.
Does he have one of the fabled orange trinket thingies?
You see Cam, not on him, but as you peer through the trees, that the two bandits sitting around the campfire, one of them has a glowing orange pouch on their hip.
You're protected?
In a way.
What way?
Is... brother's secret. But what has brought you all here? It's been nigh a decade. Throgyn?
Good to see you again.
Oh my
Likewise.
god.
I half expected you all were dead.
Yeah, it's we've experienced some I suppose time dilation. It's not quite been as long for us as I think it's been for you.
Makes sense. You all look almost the same as when I saw you last. Certainly explains why the Witch of the Woods wasn't around.
Anyway.
When I die, you will know.
I have no doubt the forest will cry for you on that day.
I should certainly hope it does not waste tears on me.
You see that he regards you with a bit of a quizzical look.
Love you, Jer Bear.
Whatever he thinks of you,
Mm-hmm.
he's not sure how to place you anymore. It's almost as if he's looking at something that is foreign. All of you, not just you, Yuka. All of you are foreign to him. Well,
You've gained something of a reputation.
have I?
Oh, yes.
We have been trying.
Enlighten us.
We have a permanent home now. The only reputation we ask for is the one that gets trade our way. Is that what has been heard? Or is it something different?
True so?
Sorry?
There's more.
Does he like? Can I check if he seems to be telling the truth or not?
You could give me an insight check. With, again, Cam stats, not rabbit stats.
Yes, I'm switching to Cam.
Yeah.
Inside.
I hope you're
you
not
just
on my head
do-
anymore.
Eh.
I'll
I'm still on your
hit,
head.
I'll hit an insight.
Yeah, hit an insight.
If I am permitted to do so.
Take a hit of the insight blunt.
I never left. I'm still on Throgyn's head.
Yes, but he doesn't know that.
18.
With a 10, Cam, he sounds truthful enough. You can tell that he's wary, but knowing what you know about Yuka and about the bandits, that's nothing unusual. Yuka, with an 18, you can see that he is telling the truth. Everything he has said so far has been truthful. Whether or not he has omitted details is unknown to you.
DM, could you remind us what specifically was said about Jeremiah? Is it just that he's known in the Feywild weaponry circles, or was there some like mythology built around him now?
What
As-
I recall,
Go ahead.
I know from Fig's knowledge, was that there was something funky with that, like, Fey circles or like magical, like, areas were like not quite right, and it's like thinking that it had some sort of, at least in Fig's mind, that there's some sort of power boost going on there, or in this case, hopefully, a magical sword.
Can Yuka have Fig take the lead on that specific piece of things, because he's likely to listen to somebody who knows their stuff? It's like, we have some questions for you based off of new information that has come to light regarding Fey magic and energy presences.
Oh. I'm
Fig.
not sure why you would ask my help, but certainly.
Oh, you come
No.
by name.
Hmm.
Fig,
Well,
please.
can I interest you in a walk? A place to sit might be more pleasant than standing here.
Where would you have us
Certainly.
go?
There's a smaller clearing, a little bit to our east. 5 minutes.
Is it my house? No, I'm
It's
kidding.
not your house. 5 minutes, nothing more.
Yeah, certainly lead the way.
And you see that he starts walking off. There's a little deer track. Cam, Yuka, you would see that this is well trod. A couple of you may even see like the remnants of food or other just like bones, things like that. As you emerge on a clearing covered in sweetgrass, there is a couple of stones, not in the center of the clearing, just barely on the outskirts. It looks like whatever is meant to be here is meant to be a secluded area. Well used by those in camp, but also hidden enough that it is private. As private as you can get in the forest.
She'll sit when he does.
He sits. He very carefully moves his sword so it doesn't like bang against the rock he sits down on. And then he takes his hand off of it.
You look well.
Thank you. You all do as well. If not a bit uncanny.
We don't have much say in the matter.
And I would like to ask you, do you recall what occurred from the time you were in the market with us and how you returned to your home here?
We were in the market, as you say. I remember being handed something by a doctor. And then I was home. Back in the bandit camp. I remember nothing else.
Okay. And there wasn't any time lost between that point and you returning?
There may have been. I don't know. my brothers were relieved to see me. I had been gone for a few days at that point. Though whether those are the few days I was traveling with you or additional, I do not know.
Yeah, I understand. It's been a while. Well, I'm very grateful that you were able to return to your brothers safely.
As am I. I hope you have been able to return to yours.
It's haven't had as much time to do so as I would have hoped. But the other reason we've sought you out, other than to see that you are well here, is that we received information that you might have knowledge of perhaps like certain power. We're trying, see, if you recall with the doctor, we were trying to seek out the origin of this disease.
I'm aware.
And we think we might have
I'm going to interrupt you very quickly, May. You would see as he says, I am aware, you see that he shifts in his seat a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I want him to fight us, but I'm not going to do anything about it.
People can roll things. Actually, Cam doesn't need to roll things. Other people can roll things.
Insight.
You can insight. Cam can also insight if Cam wants to insight. Cam
Cam
will get
the insight.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry?
Cam will get a perception regardless, because your passive perception is high enough.
My insight's very great today. I rolled a 4.
Oh, that's so many insights.
Right.
That's so many insights.
Why did my insight become a 21? I rolled a 4 on the display dice.
I do not know why it became a 20.
You got a 14 and then 7 was added to it.
I got a 4.
Yeah, that's the confusion. Okay, so my insight's also okay right now.
All right, so what did everyone get? Let's check really quick here. We got a 25, a 6, and a 21. Throgyn, he seems to be truthful. He seems to be guarded, but that's not surprising considering 4 people just showed up in his house.
Yep.
His house.
I mean, his house.
Yeah.
Yeah, his house.
Cam, with your 23 passive perception, the first thing you notice is that one of his legs is very stiff. It bends at the knee, but you notice it does not bend at the ankle. You cannot see underneath his pants in his boot, but you know that his ankle does not bend. And his knee is a stiffer joint. Cam, with a 21, you know that he's, again, very guarded. It seems almost as if he's a bit nervous about this. You're not entirely sure why. Yuka, with a 20, once again, he has not lied to you so far. Yuka, with a 25, you again notice this nervousness, you notice this wariness. Very specifically, you recognize it as the wariness of a black bear. She will not attack if she is not given reason to. She would rather not fight in the slightest. She would rather you both go on your way, never getting closer to one another. However, much like a black bear, Jeremiah has bonds that he will fight to protect. You can guess those bonds are his family.
Jeremiah.
Yuka.
What do the bandits speak their own language aside from common? Like what are the the core languages of the woods? Are they something more specific, something that would give us a little bit more privacy, or is common the best bet we'll have here?
What you knew from your encounter with the bandits many, 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 many years ago. The two bandits you encountered spoke Gnomish. The bandits that you encountered at the dragon statue spoke Common.
Okay. Well, if it's
Yuka.
Gnomish, she can't do shit. Mm-hmm.
You know how he is acting. You know what he is feeling.
Wait, it wasn't Gnomish, it was Goblin.
Was it Goblin?
Because
Oh,
I
I'm so
insul-
sorry. It was Goblin.
I insulted them back.
This is correct. Sorry, they spoke Goblin. My bad.
Thank you.
Yuka. This is what you know with your insight check.
Mm-hmm. That's the conclusion? Yes?
That is the
Okay,
conclusion.
thank you. Thank you. Jeremiah,
Yes.
would it put your mind at ease to know that we harbor no ill will or intent to cause harm to you and yours? We are merely here to see what information you have that could help us in our task, which is on a grander scale than perhaps anything we could put to word. Matters of arcane, matters of planar.
It pleases me to know you don't intend to cause us harm.
No. You've not given me reason.
You had questions?
Yes, it's we don't want to cause anybody any harm. It's just that
He quirks a half smile.
we think we've found a source, or at least a major one, that if we can disconnect it from this realm where it's causing so much havoc, that if we can get rid of its connection here, then so many people might have their lives and their loved ones, or at least, if not returned to them, then safe from any more harm.
I did not hear a question within that fig.
Apologies. I'm used to not asking and like saying please and thank you because of I've had interactions with Fae people, and that's like, whew, I'm out of practice with so
Your instinct
She's
serves
just
you
so
well.
proud of her neighbors.
Your instinct serves you well. This used to be a Fae circle. It no longer is.
Oh. Maybe that's why we've heard, because we're hoping that you had an item that can disconnect like large volumes or high level magics, sort of, I suppose, like what happened to this Fae circle, perhaps, because that would take quite a punch of magic to, not have that here anymore. So if you have knowledge on such an item or such a power, it would be helpful to our quest to know of it.
Those of Fae circles, one need only beat the Fae at their own game. Carefully worded bets, for example.
How old is Jeremiah now?
He is, I think you met him when he was like early 20s, so he's like mid-30s at this point. Early to mid-30s.
Cam I'm on top of Throgyn's hat? Or on top
Yes.
of Throgyn's head? Like, are you wearing a hat?
I have put you on my lap when I sat down.
Okay, I'm just gonna, like, stomp, like, on your leg, like, please ask more about that!
Thumper is thumping.
So Did you beat a Fae at their own game to get rid of the circle? Is that how this occurred?
This one was not my doing.
Oh, are you aware of what happened then?
The previous leader of the bandits, of our brothers, succeeded. As I said,
Oh,
careful words go a long way with Fae.
that's cool. Can I talk to him then if he knows more about it?
You may be the only one who could. Do you know how to raise the dead?
So he's dead? Great.
Yes. Many years now.
Oh yeah, it's time, right? That thing. I don't think Fig can raise the dead yet.
I don't think you can.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think I can.
Sometimes
Can you
it's easier
speak
to
with them?
speak with them.
No, but they'd have to already be here. Like, no, I don't think I'm at that point either. I can
You're
just
not
get
you're
rid
not
of
at the
it.
point where you can ask those 3 questions, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
It's I think that's literally like 5th level spells.
Oh, you're so close.
Yeah. So
Tantalizing.
So yeah, Jeremiah, it's I'm not like I know some people can like do so much necromancy, it's crazy. I'm not it's not really my deal. I'm more of a getting rid of dead people type of cleric. I'm not one that interacts with them all the time.
Then what I will tell you is I know he used careful wording. And he did it alone.
Huh.
The rest of us were not allowed to witness it.
Crazy. Do you mind if I
We're not
inspect?
alive?
Allowed.
Oh.
No worries.
Do you mind if I like inspect the circle? It occurred here?
It occurred here. I cannot stop you.
So player me is thinking he
Yuka
said
and
something.
Cam.
Mhm.
I cannot stop you would ping as a lie.
Mm.
Anyways, Cam, you were asking something.
Yeah, no, player me is thinking it's something like, I bet my life you couldn't remove the circle.
Well, I'm just gonna
Powerful.
like roll for Arcana.
Go ahead.
Fig's
Oh
gonna
my
roll for
God.
Or
Arcana.
actually, I think now is a really good place to end it before you do that Arcana roll.
Ah,
I rolled, but okay.
Ah, shit.
We can
well,
reroll.
we don't have to act on it until next time,
Yeah, you
right?
don't you don't have
No,
to.
I think we need to use this roll. I mean, you already rolled, right? Like, it would be really
Ah.
cheap of me as a
Delete
DM
it,
to not let you use your roll.
Delete
This
it.
roll doesn't
Delete
work.
it.
I wasn't saying that we don't honor it, just that we just murder.
You can wait.
We can do a different roll.
I am going to have us end here. I am going to have us wait for Arcana until next week. Mostly because we had a couple of players, including me, who wanted a shorter session today. So, with that being said, I am going to move us into our little outro portion. I would like to, first of all, thank my players for being here. I know it's been a long time, and I really hope that you guys are enjoying it so far. With today especially, I feel like you guys have officially moved into Act 3, which I'm very, very happy about. You're getting so close to figuring it out. And I hope you enjoy Jeremiah, my little ginger boy. Ginger beard, brown hair. With that said, I am Nalise. You can find me here on Twitch at Nalise. You can also find me over on YouTube at Nalise RPG, where I have all of our old VODs. If you want to catch up with our story from the very beginning, please go and do that. The first, 4-ish sessions are going to start coming up a little bit, because that's when they met Jeremiah for the first time, along with where they first saw a specific magic item. Other than that, I do have a Ko-fi and a Patreon that I am notoriously bad at keeping up to date, and I really should do that. Hey, Ko-fi bot, put it in chat. Perfect. Uh, so you can also follow me over there if you wish. Our lovely, lovely art that you can see on the sides of all of my little player screens was made by a user called Randa's Art. He should, this week or next week, be releasing his mobile game publicly to the world. So if you are interested in that, that is going to be on the Google Play Store under the name The Delve, Soldiers of Fortune and Folly. It features more of his absolutely incredible painting work as the art style, along with some VAs that you will probably recognize, and is his first foray into like indie mobile games. So go and give that a look-see if you want to support independent artists. In that same vein of independent artists, Sunny K, what's up?
There's a new album out today. It is called Songs from Garunk, and you would never guess what's on it. Tracks that are featured in the intro and in the outro of these streams, as well as some bonuses and some other songs that are written on theme. Now, bear in mind, these are songs that were written for Garunk about 5 years ago, most of these. And they were done when I was first plunking around on MIDI tracks, so they're not the cleanest, but they are available. They hold a very special place in my heart, and the album is very modestly priced. So if you are interested in supporting the music from this show, from this stream, you can find it at heysunnyk.bandcamp.com. For those of you who are on the stream right now, I'm putting a link in the Twitch chat, I think. No, I'm not, because
No,
I've
you're
been
not.
Forcibly removed from Twitch.
No, you're not, because links are banned in my chat. I'm so sorry.
Yep.
There will be one in the description once this is a VOD, along with in the YouTube description. I'm going to put one there.
Thank you. Yep, you can find that music at heysunnyk.bandcamp.com. The featured track is the Bartara Navy Siren version. That's just the first verse of the Bartara Navy song.
It's also our outro music, so you've heard it before.
Exactly. I am planning on releasing a version of that song that is full at some point in this year, but it has been absolutely crazy. So new releases are going to be they're you get them when you get them.
As you get our streams.
As you get our streams. Yeah, and as per usual, if you have limited funds at the moment, limited disposable income, and you are just not able to monetarily support, that is fine. That is okay. If you spread the word about our stream to your friends, if you think that they would like it, that helps us too. That helps us a whole lot. If you have disposable income but aren't particularly interested in music, that's also fine. My feelings aren't hurt. What I would recommend doing if you're looking for a place to put some of that disposable income is donating to one of the many charities and organizations, mutual aid funds, and other reputable agencies that are helping with California wildfire relief from residual damage from Hurricane Helene in some of the southeastern states of the United States. Organizations like Médecins Sans Frontières, who are helping people in Gaza and other parts of Palestine at the moment, people who are in the Congo and Sudan who are experiencing political unrest and pretty severe famine, and just other stuff going on in the world. UNWRA and the PCRF, Palestine Children's Relief Fund, is also a super great batch of reputable organizations. So would be remiss if I did not mention that. Thank you.
And with that, unless any of my other 3 players have anything to announce.
I drew a Jeremiah. Let's see if it shows up well.
Hang on, I think I can make you big for the stream.
You're big. He's a big boy now.
Him.
I love him.
Nice.
So
Love
cool.
him.
He's got an adult crew cut now.
Oh no, he lost his hair.
I basically try to have a receding hairline anyway.
Jeremiah does have a receding hairline.
Oh, this poor man is under so much stress.
Yes, he is the leader of a bandit encampment.
He hasn't seen his landlord in 10 years.
Hello, I am here to collect your rent. It is going up. I'm sorry.
Rent's gone up.
With all of that being said, then, this is the end of our stream for today. Next week, we will not have a stream because I will be gone. However, I do hope to have one on February 16th. So it'll be in 2 weeks' time. If you are looking for more like RPG streams before then, on this Wednesday on Scoon's Tavern, I will be GMing Avatar The Last Airbender. And that is sort of everything from me. So I hope you all have a lovely evening or day or whatever time it is where you are. And in any games you get to play, I hope you get to do them once more with feeling. Have a lovely night.
Bye.
Off Baratar, shining shores, fine sailing folk are we. The line between the sea and sky, our only boundary. On crashing waves and even tides, we'll navigate the sea. Steadfast our mission in our minds to keep these waters free.